here. We got the Spartans on here again. Now this group of young men, this is me. We're gonna throw the whole game. We got Team Yayo over here. Well, actually, not Team Yayo. Maybe that's Team Yayo. I was late. Hornets is third pick. No, they're not Archie. They are pretty close to it, so every time we come out the group. IAC, aka Yak. Yard. Swaying down here. These gentlemen right here come aggressive punters. And because of these cute house shoes right here. Oh man, this is pressure. So come on to the front, big dog.
She said, ready.
All right, this is Channing Humphrey with Semi-Pro Live, and we are here live with Team No Limit. Yeah. Let's get a hand for them. Now, this is a team that we've seen many times, and it was a team that it was about time we got them in the winner's circle because every time we filmed them, it was either a semifinal or a championship game. So punching through, and only the second tournament of the season. First tournament of the season. So they're getting the monkey off their back early. So I'm going to introduce you to Coach AT. He's going to tell us a little bit more about this awesome program and the community that these young men come from. So, Coach, take it away.
How you doing? Coach AT, No Limit 7v7. I'm here with my sophomore class, No Limits. This is our second year together. Extremely proud of these guys. We really stepped up this year. Last year we played up, and I think that really helped us out this year to get ahead of everybody. So, hats off to my boys.
Yes, sir.
So, man, I mean, it's hard for me to ask this question, but you guys played up the entire last season. This is the first time you guys played on your actual level.
Yes,
first
sir.
time you go to a tournament, you guys come away with a championship.
Yes, sir.
What impact do you think that playing up for a full season had on your boys?
Man, I think they had to learn to lose and get better. They also had to learn how to play together. We had a lot of guys that it was their first year last year playing together, and then we had to build the chemistry. So I feel like that's what really helped us out this year.
Most definitely, Coach. Now, there's a lot of people that got eyes on you. If they're looking at your program, they like what they saw this weekend. They want to maybe add an athlete or help donate some money towards uniforms or trips or something like that. How do they get in contact with you and do so?
You can reach us on Instagram at no_limits, LIMITZ_7v7. Shoot me a DM, I'll get right back to you. I stay on top of it.
All right, Coach. Well, I almost lost my producer. Go ahead and pan through this crowd, man. We got a lot of high-level athletes, future Division I athletes all over the field. But we get to the hard part. We're going to make the coach make some decisions. So,
oh, man.
We got two prizes for you today. We're going to start off with our Pit Viper sunglasses provided by Max Sporting Goods. He's sponsoring a Player of the Game prize today. So who will this first Player of the Game prize go to?
I think this first player prize would go to Prince Ijeoma.
Come on down, Prince. Well, look, hey, no, come on. First off, that's how you end up doing the speech at the end. You're going to walk off on it. But anyway, man, we got the Prince coming in here smooth. Now, it was a great coincidence because he's like one of the few kids that doesn't have on some glasses. I was hoping I wasn't going to give these Pit Vipers to this kid with the Oakleys on right here. I was like,
I'm about to put mine on.
Yeah, go ahead and drip on him one time. So, man, what did you do today? What was the game plan? Were you able to separate yourself from your teammates in a good way? It's a team full of talent, full of dogs. How are you able to perform a little bit above the rest of your teammates today?
I feel like it's all mental. It's like calling plays, reading the offense. It's all mental with me.
So, man, what kind of tools were you able to add to your game when you went through that tough season last year? You guys were having great performances, and to be honest, until your coach let me know, I never knew you guys were playing down. I thought you guys were playing who you were supposed to. So, what kind of lessons did you take from that last season for you guys to come through the first tournament with the championship win?
It's definitely us overcoming. We got to be great. We just got to overcome.
All right, man. Do you have any shout outs?
Shout out D Santana 300. Shout out. hey.
I was gonna let you drop the social media.
Shout out. Prince Ijeoma _ That's all my socials.
All right, man. Now, before I let you go, you got to thank a mom or a dad or a combination.
For sure. I like to thank my parents, my brothers. Everybody that's with me.
Shout out to all the fee payers, man. I know you're paying. Back on over here to Coach.
All right, so originally I was going to make the call, but I'm going to let my defensive coach make the call right now for our MVP.
Well, let's get his first and last name, Coach.
Coach Brandon Littleton, as known as Coach Chef.
Been in there cooking it up.
Chef B.
Chef B.
We're going to get an MVP to Tristan Hobb-Whites.
Tristan, come on down. Tristan White, man. Let's go ahead and put that drip on him real quick. Yeah, this is the reason why. Now, I know you've been to Pylon, I know you've been to True Buzz, but I don't know. I think you get more drip when you come out to these Premier Events tournaments, man. So let's get your first and last name one more time and tell us a little bit more about your performance today.
Tristan Hobbs-White. And I think today I came away with a lot of picks. I like to thank my corners. My corners, they play through the hands a lot.
That's a real safety, man. Respect that, man.
They play through hands, and I just helped them over the top, and they know I got their back, they got my back. So, that's how we work together and get stats up.
Most definitely. Well, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked you, your co-MVP, man. What was the key lesson that you learned from last season? It was a tough season, but you got a lot of experience. And how did you apply that to your game?
Just never give up and work hard. Like, even when you feel like you down and you feel like you can't win, you gonna bounce back and just learn. Learn. I'm not gonna say watch film, but just think about what happened and come back and do better. And focus on what you messed up on. Whatever you messed up on, you should. If you messed up on catching a ball, go catch 200 balls every day. Whatever you messed up on, just keep doing it. Repetition.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely, man. That's some great advice for some younger kids. Hold on. Let's get these quarterbacks in here, man. We're gonna let these quarterbacks. First off, because every time I see him, I'm reminded what kind of physical specimen. I'll never be this tall, So we're going to start off with the guy who's a human size. So, man, let's get your first and last name.
My name is Michael Adams.
What school you currently going to?
Lone Star High School.
Lone Star High. Is that up in Frisco?
Yes, sir.
All right, Lone Star Frisco. Let's get the quarterbacks info.
Kellen Tasby, Little Elm High School.
Okay, man. So you got some elite level programs out here, man. So what's been the key to your growth as quarterbacks, man? I mean, it was hard on all your receivers and your defensive players, but we all know the quarterback's almost playing a different sport than the rest of us, man. So what lessons did you guys take from last year, and how did you apply them to this year?
Communication is key, just communicating with everybody, seeing what you see, what they see, just communicating, kind of coming up with a plan.
Just, gotta, you don't do it the first play, come back the next play.
Most definitely, man. So before I let you go, let's get your Instagrams real quick.
Kellen Tasby, all lowercase.
Michael.Andrew18.
All right, man. Well, you guys know what time it is now, man. Let's go ahead and pan in here to the rest of these athletes, man. We got athletes from all over the DFW quality team coming away with this championship win. But we end every interview the same way. We got to figure out which one of these athletes wants to talk the least.
Either Ozzy or Majay.
Who's Ozzy and who's Majay? Come on down. We got him.
The young guy.
All right, man. We got one of the younger members of the team. What's your first and last name?
Osvaldo Hernandez.
All right, man. Let's get your Instagram, social media in case somebody wants to recruit you.
OzzyH_14, all lowercase.
All right, big dog. So you guys been in enough of these. You know how I do. We need you to say something tough, something edgy, something to let these other 7-on-17s know if they don't want no smoke. So next time somebody's going head-to-head against No Limits with a Z.
Yes, sir.
What do they need to know about you and your teammates?
We all gas, no brakes. We don't stop. We don't stop.
All gas, no brakes. Go ahead, break that.
Hey, No Limits! Load me up! Boom! Here we go. Let's break it down. No Limits on 3. 1, 2, 3. No Limits. All in.
And that'll be the final word from from White Settlement, Texas. We'll see you guys next time on Semi-Pro Live. Over here, we got the Spartans on here again. Now this group of young men, this is me. We got Team Yayo over here. Well, actually, it's not Team Yayo. Maybe that's Team Yayo. I was late. And because of these cute house shoes right here. Oh, man, this is pressure. So come on to the front, big dog. Hi, this is Channing Humphrey with Semi-Pro Live, and I'm here live with AYG in the winner's circle again. Let's get a hand for these young men. Back-to-back Premier Events Championships. It didn't matter if it was in the far north suburbs or on the west side of Fort Worth. AYG came to handle business. Now, this was a special one because you guys had a couple of kids missing, and, man, it was plug and play. The quarterback, the receivers, filled in like nothing had even changed. Same result as last week. So I'm going to bring in Coach Lee. He's going to tell us a little bit more about this awesome program they have in AYG, and we'll take it from there.
We got a good system. You know, the kids listen. They trust coaches. They trust each other. You know, we got the younger team quarterback out here today. They trust him, obviously, and we just got it done.
So, man, I gotta give you your flowers, man. You're the defensive coordinator, and this defense was humming out here today. I don't know how many. I know in one of the games I recorded, I saw one person had 3 pick sixes just by himself. So, what's been the key to you guys stepping up the defensive performance from last week?
Like I said, I feel like just everybody's trusting each other, trusting the coaches, trusting when we're telling them to go, trusting the system. It's showing. Everybody just reacting and making plays.
All right, Coach. Now, before we get over here to the stars of the show, if somebody has a child who may be interested in this program or they like to donate money to what you guys got going on, how do they get in contact with you or how do they do so?
Oh, AYG Sports Recreation on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, man. AYG Sports Recreation. Now, you know, let's pan over here to all these athletes. Now, we know AYG for having some of the top athletes around the DFW, regardless of what field. Matter of fact, heck, one of your toughest games, the best player on the opposite team was another AYG kid. We got to do. Shout out to my guy, man. You know, he got to go represent his school from time to time, man. He got other loyalties, but man, outside of that, we got one player that kind of separated himself from the rest, man. Tell us who's going to be your official player of the game.
Oh, I'm just gonna get out the way. It's Caleb.
Caleb! Let's go, baby. So we got this for you, man. This is courtesy of our sponsor, Max Sporting Good. He wanted you to have this pair of Pit Viper sunglasses. So, you know, you're already out there icy because, you know, you got the Adidas drip down. You got to go down to the shoe. You got the Adidas drip down. So we put the glasses on him. You're going to take it to another level now, man. So first, let's get your first and last name. Oh, you don't need the box. It's just the extenders. Let him put the glasses on. Get the full. Oh, that's the glossy ones. Okay. I picked that one random out the box. I think that might have been the ones I wanted to keep, but man. So let's. Well, hold on. That's not producer. I got this part, man. So let's get your first and last name, man. What school you currently attending?
I go to GW6 6th grade center. My first and last name is Caleb Johnson.
All right, man. Now, you're one of the shorter kids on the field, but, man, you played like a 7-foot-tall monster. You were all over the field. The yak yards was incredible. What was the key to you having such a dominant performance today?
I listened to my coach. Like, if they're in the zone, like when I'm supposed to be running the route, I break it down if it's open. And that was the key to getting, like, most of my yards.
Now, you guys come in a little bit short-handed today, and what is it about this AYG program where it was just next man up? Everybody stepped up where they needed to be to put you guys in this championship situation. What was the key to that?
We had to help our younger quarterback. We had to get open for him.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to bring back in Coach. Well, let me bring back in both coaches, man. We got state champion Welton Johnson. I always got to put that on there, you know. Todd's not the only one, Dallas. We got 2. Well, come on, Welton. We have a special announcement, a special award. You know, AYG, they do so much winning that we got to make each one of these experiences special for the kids. So we're going to have another award that we're going to give out today.
So anybody that knows me knows I normally stay out of MVP voting. I couldn't be happier to announce today's MVP. Cam, come here.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody
Cam
knows
did the honors.
QB Cam, quarterback MVP last weekend is going to come help with this. So today's MVP, and before I announce him, parents, can you please give him a huge, and I mean huge, round of applause? Hey, as most of you know, normal starting quarterback was not here today. We had a 5th grader playing in his first tournament at quarterback with us come in, step up, and win his first ring. Our MVP, 5th grader, youngest kid on the team.
Come on. Oh, get your dad, man, your co-MVP up here. It was a team effort. Stay in the frame, big dog, because a lot of these passes came to you. Matter of fact, throw Sip up in here too, man, because we could have gave him the MVP, but we're going to give him a highlight, so we'll even it out for him. So, man, tell us, man, what was the key to you having such a high-level performance with this being your first tournament of the year? You know, a lot of these quarterbacks and guys you're going up against, they had the benefit of having a couple of tournaments under their belt. You hopped out here and you swam like a shark, man. So what was the key to this performance?
Listening to my coach.
All right, man. So what kind of tips or what kind of things did you do to prepare for this first time starting in this tournament?
Keeping my arm loose, drilling the ball.
Okay, man. So what is the main difference with playing with this older group of kids compared to when you play on your regular team where we can tell you're a highly skilled quarterback, so against other 5th graders, I know you're giving them heck. So what's the key to you being able to transition your game over to these older boys seamlessly?
Just the same thing what I do every time.
Most definitely, man. Now, before I let you go, and I need to ask my other MVP this. We're going to swing the same question to him as well. So do you have any shout-outs, anybody you want to draw attention to while you got the chance?
My dad.
All right, man. Well, big shout-out to Dad. Let's swing over to our co-MVP, man. So you got any shout-outs I forgot to ask you, big dog?
Shout out to Coach Welton, my mom, and my team.
AYG gets it right the first time. Didn't have to remind anybody to thank their parents.
First shout out I've got from an MVP.
And Walton gets his first shout out. It only took 2 state championships, you know, it only took 2 of them. Well, let's go ahead and swing through this group, man. Get a look at all these faces, man. These Warriors came out here shorthanded, got the job done. But we always end it the same way, man. We got to find the kid who wants to talk the least. So let's look over here. I knew it was Jacob. Partially was because you had on the ski mask. Nah, he talk a lot. I've talked to him before. So we got my guy Jacob, man, AYG, man. So let's get your first and last name.
Jacob Johnson.
Jacob Johnson, man. So where you from?
Lancaster.
Lancaster, Texas representative. So you know this part. I don't have to explain. I would do that whole little corny thing about the gold teeth, but this is AYG. I see you guys weekly, and I give you guys trophies weekly. So I need you to look deep into this camera and say something edgy, say something that's going to make teams, well, pretty much teams are scared of AYG because we had a full tournament until Friday. I don't know why when the team in red show up, people don't want to come out here. We still got to play. I got stuff to record. But, you know, if you want to continue on that fear of AYG, what do they need to know about you and your team next time they're going into action?
That we're coming to play.
They coming to play. Go ahead and break it out on that note, man. I'll let everybody do what they style.
I keep on saying Jacob.
Jake, because you don't talk, bro.
Okay, come on. Let's AYG on 3. 1, 2, 3.
AYG! And the microphone comes in handy again. We'll see you guys next time on Semi-Pro Live.
Y'all know the drill, parents.
Over here, we got the Spartans on over here again. Now this group of young men, this is me. We're gonna show the whole game. Well, we got Team Yayo over here. Well, actually, it's not Team Yayo. Maybe that's Team Yayo. Right there. I was like, Hornets is going to pick. No, they're not arching. They are pretty close to it, so every time we come out the group. IAC, a.k.a. Yak Yard, swaying down here. These gentlemen right here, I guess it's comfort. And because of these cute house shoes right here, oh man, this is precious. So come on to the front, big dog. Hi, this is Channing Humphrey with Semi-Pro Live, and we are live from the beautiful west side of Fort Worth. Some people call it White Settlement, but we're real close to Las Vegas Trails. But anyway, man, I've got the head coach of 5 Star, a team with a lot of familiar faces. Pan on down. We got some of those familiar Fort Worth Flex faces in there. Some kids that we've had spent a lot of time with during the tackle season, getting it in 7-on-7 to improve their skills. But let's introduce you to the head coach of this awesome team. This is our first time getting to see 5 Star. So tell us about this organization and how you went about putting it together.
This org is pretty much based on flag and 7-on-7. Just pretty much giving them a break from tackle. Just pretty much learning everything, all the small things that they don't learn in tackle. Especially for their ages. You don't see a lot of teams throwing, do you?
No.
No. So like this gives them the opportunity just to see them run their routes right, give them the timing right. Especially our quarterback, man. I give nothing but props to him because he is all-star. I mean, you're going to hear his name for a long time coming. And a lot of these wide receivers, they can run routes, but it's hard to get a quarterback that can deliver.
Well, man, introduce us to your quarterback.
Anthony Garcia, come here.
Anthony Garcia, man.
He's going to be 10U flex for 10U, so I had to reach out to the flex organization just to get him and a couple other guys because they got some studs. And sometimes you don't see it just because it's different coaching, but I wanted them to see, the parents to see exactly what they're capable of. And I'm sure that now that they see it, that they can apply it when they come to tackle.
Most definitely, most definitely. So I know we got how many flex kids we got out here? Now, I heard the rumor that we had some Tide boys out here. We got any Tide boys out here? Kind of. Why you gonna say no, man? I just moved Drake to the Tide to come play with you, and you gonna turn it down, man. All right, either way, man. So outside of that, so you've got some, your quarterback put on a great job, but it's 7-on-7. You can't even get here unless your quarterback does a great job. But outside of your quarterback, we had another young man who put on a special performance in that championship game.
Yeah. I'm real hard on this kid. He's like my son, so if you ask anybody, I'm the toughest on him, okay? And today's MVP that they chose goes to Tui. Boy, I might take this home, man.
In a funny coincidence, last week we did have a coach who took it home. Shout out to the Texas Phenom. He didn't want to have to break up the fight between his twins, so he took it himself, man.
I might take that, man.
All right, man. Well, let's bring the guy himself on down, man. Now that you're all iced out, and these shades are player of the game drip, courtesy of Max Sporting Goods. Now, if any of you guys are looking for these sunglasses, he does have them on sale, 2 for $45 at the tent at the main stadium. So check it out. He's also got Shut F7 helmets out for sale as well. Even though they're sold out and you can't order them on the internet, he's got them here, and he's got visors and gloves as well. So take a look at that tent before you guys move on. But, man, on to the star of the show. So let's get your first and last name.
Tui Matahouse, Juan.
All right, man. Now, do you have any social media or somewhere that people can follow you if they want to track your career as you go on?
Instagram.
Oh, okay. We got Mom right here. What's the Instagram, Mom?
It's, you know what? Let me look it up. Sorry.
Sorry.
Let me get it.
And I like how the brother tried to walk off. So he's like, nah.
It's the number 2 EEZEE_01.
All right, man. Well, make sure you guys check it out. And we're going to have her text that to us. So when we make his highlight, we'll put that on there as well, man. So tell us, man, what was the key to you having such a big-time performance in this championship game? The game before we recorded, you were starting to warm up, but you hadn't just took over. So what was the key to you taking over this game?
Just stay determined, stay humble.
All right, man. So what did you see in the defense that allowed you to know that you'd be so successful today?
I don't really know.
Hey, man, he out there doing his thing. Well, before we swing over here to your teammates, man, do you have any shout-outs? Anybody at home? Any supporters that you want to bring attention to?
Shout out to my dad and shout out to my QB.
You know it's like a Semi-Pro Live rule. You got to give a shout-out to your mom, right? The one who kind of knew your Instagram so you can get more followers. Drove you here, bought the uniform, paid the team fee.
And shout out to my mom. And all my teammates.
And all the teammates. Well, speaking of the teammates, man, let's swing on over here, man. We got all these beautiful kids from all over the DFW. came together in a gritty, very competitive 10U division to come away with a big-time win, man. So you know how we do on Semi-Pro Live. We got to find the kid who wants to talk the least. Let's pan through here, man. Who looks scared? You ran. Come on up, big dog. Come on up, man. You ran. This is the key to Semi-Pro Live. You really don't want to be on camera. Just look directly at me and don't say anything. I'll skip you over. But you ran. Excuse me. But you ran, so I had to find you. So let's get your first and last name. Where you from?
Tata Singa, and I'm from Euless, Texas.
Euless, Texas. All right, man. You know, I thought he was a Bedford bruiser, but, you know, he's a future Trojan. We'll let him get away with it. But outside of that, man, yeah, you know, I had to give Bedford their own cool nickname. I don't know what the local mascot of LD Bell is, but we're calling the Bedford Bruisers, whatever. But anyway, man, so before we let you go, I got to ask you this question. Now, you come from an area where you might have actually had them, but have you ever in your life had a pair of gold fronts?
Mm-mm.
Do you know what gold fronts are?
No.
Do we have anyone over here who knows what gold fronts are?
Gold.
Good guess. That's why he's a champion. He's smarter than the rest of the kids. It's a pair of gold teeth, man. So if you've ever had a pair of gold teeth, you can taste that gold in your mouth. No, that's the young people words. I was born in the 80s, so I call them fronts. Anyway, I know I don't look like it. It was barely the 80s, but I made the 80s. But outside of that, man, when you have gold grill, man, you taste that gold in your mouth, it does something to your self-esteem. It brings out your inner aggression. I need you to get real aggressive. I need you to look deep into my camera. I need you to say something that's going to make the rest of these 7-on-7 teams know that they don't want no smoke with 5-star. So next time somebody's going head-to-head against 5-star, what do they need to know about you and your teammates?
They better be ready, because they don't.
Ooh, they better be ready. Go ahead, break it out for me on that note.
Let's go. Break us out. Stop. Break us out. Stop.
5-star on me. 5-star on 3. 1, 2, 3.
5-star! And that'll be the final word from 5-star as they come across with their first championship win of the season. We'll see you guys next time on Semi-Pro Live. Over here, we got the Spartans on here again. Now this group of young men, this is me. We're gonna show the whole game. Well, we got Team Yayo over here. Well, actually, it's not Team Yayo. Maybe it's Team Yayo. I was late. Hornets is where it came from. Now they're not arching. They are pretty close to it, so every time we come out the booth, IAC, aka Yak Yard, is swaying down here. These gentlemen right here from and because of these cute house shoes right here, oh man, this is pressure. So come on to the front, big dog.